Approved.
All right, good. Well, this is exciting. I haven't done this in a while. It's always a joy to introduce another partnered agent out to social media world and just give it an opportunity for you to kind of speak about yourself and for me to just ask you a few questions that people might want to know about you, Bridget. So, welcome. First of all,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thanks.
And
I
how are
appreciate it.
you
I'm
today?
happy to be here. I've
Happy to
wanted to
have you.
be here for many years, so I'm excited
Yeah,
and happy to be here.
I know you told me that you've been wanting to be a realtor for how long now?
17 years ago, I took all the real estate classes in Pennsylvania. But then I've been a nurse my whole life. So I actually sidetracked from real estate again. I took all my classes, graduated, and then didn't sell anything, and then became a real travel nurse. Moved to Florida and California, and then back to Pennsylvania and had kids and circled back to Arizona. And I'm back at my first passion, which was real estate. And, I love nursing. Nursing is a great career, but when you want to sell houses, you want to sell houses. I want to be in this market.
A calling is a calling, and I think you have to have a
Exactly.
calling to do nursing, right?
Yes,
Clearly,
definitely.
very,
It's okay
very
to have a
self
couple.
to do. And thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, and then a calling to do real estate because it is
Mhm.
also difficult, very different kind of difficult, but also difficult. And
Right.
I know that you had a couple of things that you mentioned to me about some ideas on how you kind of combine your experience in the nursing industry
Right.
to your passion for real estate. What was that
Right.
again?
Well, I think nursing has shown me many things. I mean, one, it's really the foundation is helping people. It's the same in real estate. You're helping people. You're looking at their world, their future, their past, how it all plays into whether it's their medical history or whether it's the real estate history, because you have to love where you live, and so you want to make sure that you're helping those people. As a nurse, I'm very familiar with, scheduling and where people, doctors' offices are and, that move over here. So I'm looking forward to helping maybe medical professionals, nurses, people in that community, being able to help them with different programs that are offered for financing. And then on the flip side, when I was in case management, real heart of mine. I mean, I've loved, my grandparents are all passed away, but those are a different generation, and really speaking to the boomers, not necessarily, the great grandparents, the ones that are still in they're in their homes, but maybe the boomers, and trying to help them, understand where they are, because they're kind of caught right in a housing situation. Maybe they have older children there, or maybe they are taking care of their 90-year-old mom or dad or both. And so, what does it look like for them, and how can I use my nursing experience, look at their history, and also use a team approach and a group approach where I'm, don't have any real estate knowledge, but be able to look towards you and other, people in our group and say, okay, I have this client and I need to get them here. I need to get them X. I need to get them Y, and help me. So I
Well, and I
really wanted to be
appreciate
able to align myself with people, because I know what I can do, but I really know what I can't do.
And that's what we're excited about because our group, Collaborative Realty Group, is all just about taking fairly new agents like yourself, newer agents, and fast tracking them up with experience and knowledge, and just having a powerful group of realtors behind you to
Yeah.
help you every step of the way. That's what we're here for
Yeah.
someone like Bridget, is just to make sure, hey, the hard part is going out there, meeting people, developing trusting relationships. That's difficult, but it's important. You need to work with people that trust you. Bridget can do that quickly. I've experienced that myself when I met her. I've introduced her to a lot of people in the group, and then instantly just found a lot of comfort with Bridget, which is huge for real estate. And then I got really excited when you told me that, hey, I serve senior citizens, and I noticed that there's a lot of room where they can leverage their real estate to upgrade their home to avoid injury. I thought that was a really unique approach that you don't hear real estate agents talk about,
No.
right? And so
Mm-mm.
I thought,
No,
well, I
because
was like, go
I'm
ahead.
not, I'm not, I'm not all, I'm not any one thing. I feel like this is the time now where I have a couple passions of mine, and I can maybe help people make educated decisions. Seniors make educated decisions. People who are moving here make educated decisions, whether it's a young nurse or a young professional, instead of something similar to I did, where I rented and just wasted a whole bunch of money. finding programs for those professionals that, maybe we can find them a condo and then use that as leverage, things that I didn't get to do. And I didn't get to see myself as a professional, as a nurse, because I was working all the time. I was in the ER, there's no windows there.
That's the
And
point.
so, you're maybe those people, they are making good money, but they're not investing it. And how can I help them? Maybe that's their moment. And then these seniors where they're living in their homes and it's a death trap. How can I pull out some money so that they feel confident to make long decisions? They're not in it for a short game. Their short game could be they break a hip. And then they have to make very horrible decisions. And nobody really wants to see any person make horrible snap decisions, whether it's your grandparent or anybody in that stage of life. So being able to look at their history or where they want to go or what they want to do. If they want to age in place, okay. Maybe I'm not going to agree with it, but let's pull in some people that can. Maybe that step's got to go. You know what I mean? That 4-inch step that you're going to break your hip on. Or maybe we talk to a mortgage person and do a reverse mortgage. Like, how can we help you? Again, I want to be able to have those lenders available for people so that they see it as a service, and then use me later. I mean, I don't need to sell grandma's home this year. If she wants to live there, she wants to live there. But I know that if I nurture that, then she's going to sell, she's going to help me, I'll sell her home. But then she'll have talked to me. She'll talk about me in her community. This girl's really helping me. She's not pushing me. You know what I mean? She's helping me. Actually, she found me a construction person to get rid of that stair that you fell on. You know what I mean? I want that feeling. Oh, she's a nurse. She was a nurse, but she's in real estate. So she'll come in and look. That's what those people do. They nurture that environment. And I want to be in that.
And I thought it was one of the most unique connections I've heard. I've talked to a lot of realtors. I've been in this 5 years, helping agents out, interviewing agents and stuff like that. I got really excited when I talked to you because, you mentioned something. I learned a lot about you in that first conversation when you said, "Hey, there's people that have a 4-inch stair in their house that has caused more injuries than you would know." And if they knew that if they could leverage a little bit of equity to fix this, they would avoid a lot of costs down the road. And I said, well, that's awesome. I love that you know that, Bridget. I go, but as a realtor, you don't make a ton of money. You don't make any money with that suggestion. You're like, I don't care. I just care about people. I'm able to give this type of advice now that I'm an agent, and I can talk to them a little bit about it, and I can gain knowledge in this. That way, I'm helping them now. And if down the road they see that as a value and they want to come back to me, I'm right there for them. I don't want to be this pushy agent. I just you clearly care about people. I think that's it is the most important part about being a realtor is caring about people more than yourself. You clearly do that with your profession. And it was clear to me when you told me how you wanted to blend real estate and your profession together to help senior citizens age in place, which is most of their preference. We all know that most people, at least I would rather age at home than go to a community unless I absolutely had to. And if I didn't think it was possible, but I had a realtor, or my nurse comes in and says, hey, I got some real estate advice for you. You can do X, Y, and Z to stay in place and fix your home up so that you stay healthy. Like that's going to have an impact on me. So
because what's going on in that person's life isn't what's going on in her friends' lives or somebody else in her family. And so if that person knows and they've made a connection with me and they said, no, she didn't want to sell me a house at all. She just wanted to come in and help me, look, and she was going to set me up. We sat down just like any person's telling me now, I need a plan, right? I need a business plan. That's all I'm being told, right? As a nurse, we didn't get business plans. So now, I get emails, set up your business plan, but these elderly, they need a business plan. Essentially, they need a plan. And the plan isn't getting your nephew in who has been in real estate to sell your house. Like that's not the plan. That plan never works.
No, and then we've also seen, because you've also seen senior citizens move that you've taken into care, and you've seen things that have happened post move that have really caused issues with families and stuff, right? So even that experience from that nursing side is kind of giving you some insight to where you're like, hey, listen, I know you want to move. There's a lot of stuff in this house that possibly family members might want. I've seen it cause problems. Can we get them in here? And now you know how to approach not only just the buying and selling. First of all, you got the healthcare thing covered. Awesome. Which is amazing. And then now you're talking about this real estate advice that can save family problems because you're talking about people getting stuff and all that kind of stuff. So you're clearly matching two professions, I think, at a perfect time for a
Mhm.
community that is underserved. And I
Yeah.
think that you're a perfect fit for it because you clearly care.
Well,
One
thank
other
you.
thing before we call it a quick interview, you also mentioned, knowing about some hospitals that are high traffic for like travel nurses and stuff, and so you and travel doctors. And I used to actually recruit for travel nurses and doctors, so I
Mhm.
know that that's a big industry. And you
Totally.
even mentioned, hey, if a nurse or a doctor bought a house in this area and rented it out to other traveling nurses, they would do very, very well,
Yes,
right?
I do, right? And then you can vacation in your own place or take an assignment, right? I mean, how cool would it be as a nurse, right? You've invested some of your money, and some of these programs now you can get a little 2 bedroom somewhere, right? Rent it out to the other nurses. You go travel around, and then when you want to take your own assignment, live in your own place, right? It doesn't even have to be
Beautiful.
your primary home. You could just be in a travel assignment area. Maybe you own one here. Maybe you own one in another state. We hook you up because, again, eXp, right? Where somebody says to me, "Oh, Bridge, well, but I also my primary residence is in Oregon." Okay, great. Well, let me hook you up with a real estate agent up there. Find your home, right? But let's get you like a 2 bedroom here in Tempe and rent it out so that you're making money. And when you're here, as a nurse, you can actually maybe take a few days off.
Beautiful. If you've made it this far in the interview with me and Bridget, thank you for joining
Thanks.
us.
I
What's clear about Bridget, and you're in the North Scottsdale area, correct?
am.
North Scottsdale. She clearly cares and she has ideas and
Yeah.
she's creative. And you know how most realtors might just help you buy or sell? Well, Bridget's one of those agents that thinks outside of the box for other opportunities other than just buying and selling. And that's huge for you. You don't want an agent that's just about buying and selling. You want an agent that thinks long term, short term, an opportunity for you to gain wealth, an opportunity for a senior citizen to agent place, all these different things that you wouldn't think about. So she truly cares. She truly comes with full integrity. If you have any questions about real estate, Bridget has been already an awesome impact on our group with her energy, her passion. I've actually held an open house with her, had a great conversation with her. She's a very intelligent lady, new in real estate, but not new to the experience. And she's got a huge group behind her that supports her all the way through. You cannot go wrong. We'll make sure that we put your
Thanks, Josh.
contact information on this video as we post it. We'll tag you. That way, if anyone wants to talk to you, Bridget, they can reach out to you and have a conversation. I know you're happy to
Thanks.
chat.
Thanks for
And thank you for
listening.
jumping on and doing this interview with me today.
I'm new here. Thank you.
You're new. She's ready to go. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks, Bridget.
Josh.
Uh-huh.
Bye
Cheers.
bye.